Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to pass, first play is Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On play action, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. A A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, Lance. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. The Niners at 2-6 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas. They tried to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott off play action. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are gonna have it here at their own 32-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And some space here. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, He won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Prescott now. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
4th down, Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Now Prescott on 4th down. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
49ers nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up. and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 29, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll throw again. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
46. There's a 154 right here. There's a 154 right here. There's a 153. 27.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Landry now on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
We gotta do our job, man.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now here's a throw that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll field this at the 5. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Prescott on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Right back to him on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
47.
10th carry now for Elliott. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Again, it's Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And into the end zone, a pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, here in this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
A give here to Mitchell. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to look deep now for Landry. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Jarvis Landry, 55 yards. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
For that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On play action, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now a play fake. Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And this one is right through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Take it in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. We'll get this up to about the 44. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
One of the bigger plays of the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Simi Fehoko from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple of plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score it quickly here on 1st down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number